Welcome to the first ever virtual admitted student experience. We're coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida, in beautiful Lynn University. As you can see, it's a beautiful day today, about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, about 26, 27 Celsius, if you use that scale. We're very excited to have you here. We have over 400 students that have registered from 36 states and 28 countries. That's incredible. Thank you so much for being here today. Just a quick reminder, if you do have any questions during the program, send a message, use the Zoom messaging center, and send a message to #AskMe at Paul@Lynn, all right? So #AskMe at Paul@Lynn, and we're gonna try to answer your questions during the program. My name is Stefano Papaleo, and I am the Director of Undergraduate Admission here at Lynn University. I've called this place home for the last 25 years of my life, and I'm a proud alumnus of Lynn University. I am originally from Rome, Italy, and I wanted to give a shout out to my friends, my family, and the students, the current students and the prospective students and parents that are currently in Italy fighting the coronavirus pandemic. Please stay strong and know that very soon we'll be able to hug each other again. We're proud to say that here at Lynn, we have no reported cases of coronavirus. But we know that we're holding this virtual fair because we're not able to come to you. We're not able to come to your towns. We're not able to come to your cities, states, and countries. Right now, we would be coming right to you and talking to you individually, but we cannot do that. So we're hosting this program so you can have a greater understanding of Lynn University. I am standing right outside the Office of Admission. So if you were to look right behind the camera, you would see where I work every day. And right behind me, you can see one of the beautiful lakes that we have here on campus. To my left, you can see the Remembrance Plaza. And way in the back, you can see some of our beautiful residence halls. Our Lynn University family includes students from 140 countries and 46 states, making it one of the most diverse institutions in the country, which means that we have to be here for each other more than ever at times like these. If you ask students to describe Lynn University in one word, the word that they would use would most likely be family, because we're a big family here. We hope that the program today will give you a glimpse of the Lynn way and the opportunity to meet some of the members of your future family when you come to the campus in August. As a former Lynn University student, I can tell you that this is one of the most incredible universities in the country. This place has made me who I am today. The professional I am today is due to my studies here at Lynn University. And the reason I'm saying that Lynn University is one of the most incredible places in the country is because it's one of the few places that I know, probably the only place that I know, that continues to evolve and adapt to the new generation of students and the needs of employers like no other place that I know. Some of the initiatives that we have implemented, such as our iPad program, our core curriculum, and our social impact lab, you'll not be able to find anywhere else in the US, but here at Lynn. But before we move to the rest of the program, I wanted to give a shout out and congratulations to the class that is going to be coming in for the fall of 2020. As you might have followed the university, you might know that Lynn has experienced a great deal of success in the last few years. For instance, the number of applications that we've received just in the last 3 years has gone from less than 4,000 to nearly 10,000. That means that we have doubled up the number of applications in just 3 years. So for those of you that have been admitted, that are here today, congratulations, bravo. Getting a Lynn is a big deal. So we're very excited that you have been admitted to the university. Now, we're going to show you our campus. We're first going to have over to the International Business Center, also known as the IBC. There, you will be able to experience the amazing academic environment that you will enjoy while studying here at Lynn University. My colleague, Karen Fisher, and Professor Paul Gormley will give you a taste of what it's like to be a student at Lynn. So thank you again for being here, and I'm going to switch it over to Karen. Over to you, Karen.
Thanks so much, Stefano. I'm here in the IBC, room 211, coming at you live today. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to host this event and be able to share all the beautiful and wonderful things that are happening here at Lynn. I have to say, I need to give a shout out to all my New Englanders who are watching. Thanks so much for coming. Sorry we couldn't make it to Boston and to Connecticut, but this is, trust me, just as good. So right now, I'm going to turn the camera over to Dr. Paul Gormley, and he's going to talk to you about some of our classroom experiences, our core curriculum, the dialogues, and just what it's really like to be a student studying here at Lynn. So we're going to turn it over to Dr. Gormley.
So I'm here talking to you about the dialogues of learning, and I know this not just as a faculty member, but as a Lynn parent, because much like Stefano, I've had this experience from the front of the classroom, but I've heard about my daughter's experiences from being in the classrooms. And the dialogues of learning that we have are designed specifically to give you what we view as the critical, sometimes called soft skills, of literal critical thinking, writing, and presenting. We want you to be able to go out into the field and be ready to be in the workforce, engaging and productive. You take these courses across all 4 years of your education at the 100, 200, 300, and 400 levels, but most of the upper level courses are actually embedded in a major, contextualized in the specific field of study that you have. Now, these 5 areas are justice and civic life, belief and reason, self and society, quantitative reasoning, and scientific literacy. I do or have taught in these 3 areas. And as it says here, the Justice and Civic Life, or DJC courses, are history, civics, political science, and law that are wrapped around a course that's all about writing and presentation skills. And I don't repeat that piece in all of the other courses, but it is built in. There is writing, there is presentation skills in every single one of these 5 areas. So if you take life and liberty this year with me, you're seeing this. If you take dialogues of belief and reason, DBR 300 with me, in the fall, I'll be teaching you about defending the damned, the ethics of bringing justice to people who've done heinous acts, and how we balance the needs and wants of society to seek justice, but to make sure that justice is actually done. And in the spring, I'll be teaching medical ethics, where we learn about the decisions that we have to make based on the values, ethical concerns, and the medical realities of science in that particular discipline. Self and society, DSS, these are how do you, self and society, fit into society? What is your role? How do you interact with society? How does society respond to you? I teach in this area, and my course is called Women, Gender, and Crime. And it looks at the realities that the criminal justice system is not one size fits all. It is a very different experience for female criminal justice professionals, female offenders, and female victims. In these 2 areas where I have not and do not currently teach, we have quantitative reasoning, DQR. And I call the beginning levels of this math for adults. That's not the name of the course, but it is the reality. Because what we're showing you is how math plays a role in your real life, in getting loans and paying them off, and why you don't want to make just the minimum payment. Buying a car or a home, how to understand your credit score, how to budget for your payments, how to make sure that all of your finances will come together. Paying taxes, understanding balancing a checkbook, and the realities of, shall we say, leveraging your life more than you actually should. And scientific literacy, DSL, It's understanding the concepts of science as they relate to the world around you. Now, this is a course that I had a particular experience with because my daughter came home one day and told me about an experiment they were doing in their science class. And what she showed me is that they were putting yeast cells in a small dish and exposing them to ultraviolet light. And they had covered all of these dishes with saran wrap and put different brands of sunscreen on. The cheap brands that you get at CVS and Walgreens worked better than the expensive brands that you buy at stores that shall remain nameless. And she came home kind of shaking her head and looking at my bald spot and made sure she tackled me every single day and sunscreened my head before I went out. She cared about me, but she also learned that because she knew that the more expensive sunscreens didn't do the job. And if I didn't put anything on at all, she was worried about me cooking the top of my head. Now, this is the reality of it. Now, the other thing we have to consider is that we all remember, parents, not so much our kids, oh, the heavy book bags we carried around high school and college. And I'm carrying that same load right now. This is my iPad, and I have that textbook for my Life and Liberty course, the DJC 100. And when I'm not in there, this is the course I teach in criminal procedure, and we have the text right here, every piece of it. It's all in this convenient, lightweight, easily charged, easily used, available in class all the time textbook. It's so much better than the backpacks I carried around prep school, college, and university. Now, I'm told that we've actually got a couple of questions.
We do. We actually have had a couple of students who've asked some questions. So if you wouldn't mind giving your 2 cents and answering these for our wonderful
Absolutely.
viewing audience. So Sarah in Texas wanted to know, what is your favorite aspect about teaching at Lynn?
What I love about being at Lynn is that we have small classrooms with small class sizes. And the reality is I get to know every student in class. We get to have a highly interactive classroom. And even now, in this era of the coronavirus, we have moved our classes into an online environment using an app called Chime from Amazon. And that's still an interactive environment. I am live speaking to my students. They are live speaking back. So at the moment, while I'm teaching my medical ethics course, we're talking about contentious issues of how we create and manage small amounts of life. And it loses something to just have me be a talking head in a canned lecture. So my students are able to go, hey, wait, Professor Gormley, what about this issue? And we never lost that level of interactivity, even when we went online.
That's great. I have another question. This one is coming in from Alex in your favorite state of Massachusetts. He wants to know, what are some hands-on projects that students do in your class?
So one of my favorite hands-on exercises is dispelling the myths of criminal justice. In criminal justice, it seems that in every police procedural show, suspects are handcuffed and somehow they use a paper clip and a hair ribbon or something like that to get themselves out of their cuffs. So my students are putting handcuffs on each other and then seeing what the reality is. Even if I give them the key and let them work unsupervised, getting out of those handcuffs is not easy. Getting out of those handcuffs in front of you isn't easy. Behind you, it's pretty well impossible.
That sounds like a very interactive class, that's for sure. And then one last question before we let you go today. Ben in Colorado wants to know how your students are graded.
Well, for my classes, because my classes focused on the issues that we described here, critical thinking skills, writing, and presentations, I give, in my class, I make no promises about anybody else. I have no quizzes and no exams. The flip side of that is you'll do a couple of presentations for me. You'll stand up in front of the class, much like I'm doing right now. Or if you're not doing that, everything is a writing assignment. It may be a quick 2 or 3 paragraph analysis that you submit on Sojourner Truth Speech, or it may be a major essay that you do comparing and contrasting the Declaration of Independence with the United States Constitution.
Sounds great. I think the next thing we want to do is, you've been standing in front of this board, but I wanted to give you all a real aerial view of our classroom. I wish you could see outside the window because it's absolutely beautiful day. But this is what our classrooms here at Lynn look like. These beautiful long tables, so plenty of room for you to work, set up your iPad, comfortable chairs, but not too comfortable because we want to keep you engaged in the classroom. But as you can see, relatively small. Average class size here at Lynn is about 19 students, can be as big as 30, but that's a rarity according to Dr. Gormley. So not a bad spot to have to sit every few days. Another thing I just wanted to touch on briefly before we move on to our next spot here on the campus is our 3-year accelerated degree program. That's a program for academically motivated students who are able to finish your bachelor's degree in 3 years. That's incredible. There are so many great things about this program. You can finish your degree in 3 years, get out into the workforce a little bit sooner, move into graduate school. Side note, Lynn has amazing graduate programs. Maybe you'd consider staying with us for another year to get your graduate degree. And also, the best part of the program is it's a giant cost saver. We are saving you over $50,000. $50,000. It's pretty incredible because we're only charging you for your 3 years of attendance. You will have to take extra classes each semester and also stay 1 summer with us. The nice thing about summer at Lynn is that it's only 6 weeks, goes from early May to late June, then you're done and can relax and get some time off. So it's a wonderful option for students. Lynn, we cover the cost of any course overage fees or extra class fees that you might have. And like I said, this allows you to finish your bachelor's degree in 3 years. And in case you didn't hear me, save $50,000. Pretty amazing for our academically motivated student. So that's going to wrap things up from here in the IBC. I'm going to send things over to the residence life staff and Justin over in the residence hall.
Thanks, Karen. Thanks, Dr. Gormley. As Karen mentioned, my name is Justin. I'm one of the admissions counselors here. I'm standing in Lynn Resident Hall, room 115. I'm standing right next to the Director of Housing and Residential Life, Meagan Elsberry. I also have Rory with me, who's originally from Massachusetts. And now we also have Tyler, who's from the Orlando area, but has also lived all over the world. And really quick, I'm just going to have Meagan talk a little bit more about what we have to offer here at Lynn.
So good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be a part of this first inaugural online tour for everyone. Really excited. Want to give a shout out to my New England folks, as I did grow up in New Hampshire. And I'm going to talk a little bit today about housing. What does it look like? What are your options? And have some students tell you their experiences living with us. So first is we have 6 beautiful residence halls on campus. And most new students to Lynn are going to live in either a double with community bathroom or a triple with a private bathroom. And so the students will walk through today a little bit about why they've chosen each of those room types for you, so you can get a better feel. We also have some blueprints over here that we'll show you to get a better sense, if you have not had an opportunity to come to campus physically, of what our rooms look like. So some things to talk about living in the residence halls. We do house based on when you turn in your housing application, which is really important to know. But what comes in your room? We get asked this question all the time. You get a bed, you get a desk, you get some sort of closet or wardrobe. You also get a dresser for all of your items. All of our furniture is movable so that it can work for you and your roommate and your style and what you want it to look like. Every room also has Wi-Fi. The other really nice thing here at Lynn is we do not have hard keys. So your Lynn University ID card is your life here. This is your room key. This gets you into the dining hall. Because as a residential student, you do get an unlimited meal plan, meaning you can eat as many times as you want a day. And our dining hall is open 24/7 for students. Also on campus, some services a lot of our residential students take a part of is we do have a counseling center. We also have a health center on campus. It's open when maybe you're just not feeling well and would like someone to check in on you. You also, as a first-year student, are allowed to have a car. There's also central laundry for our students. Some of our upper class halls, as you move through your time here at Lynn, have laundry. But coin and credit card operated for those laundry machines. Also our safety. So our safety and security office, they have 24/7 service, meaning they are here with us all the time, 365 days a year. Our buildings are locked, meaning you can only gain access using your ID card to the building that you live in. They also control your entrance and exit to campus, and they're open for questions all the time for you. One of the other things living on campus as well is your RA. They will be probably your best asset here on campus to get you connected. To get you when you just are like, I don't know where to go. They're going to be a great resource for you. They're going to be the first person that welcomes you here in August into your new home. I would also like to talk a little bit about our housing platform. So it's called eRes Life. This is going to be something that all students will use when it comes to filling out your housing application. You're going to let us know a little bit about yourself, what you were looking for in maybe a roommate. You're going to tell us, would you like a double? Would you like a triple? Again, not everyone gets their first choice, but we want to know your preferences. You're also on there going to be able to do what's called roomies. This is where if you are interested in maybe finding other Lynn students coming into a room with, you can create your own profile. You put the information out there that you want people to know about you, and then you're able to go and search other students based on your criteria to maybe find a roommate or roommates that you are interested in living with. The other thing on there, you're able to form roommate groups, meaning you're able to tell us, here's who I would like to live with next year. So as we go to assign you, we know what room type you're looking for, but also if you're looking to be with any specific people. So again, that's eRes Life. That is our housing system you'll use your entire time here at Lynn. One of the cool things is once you're here on campus going into your second year, you actually get to go online and pick your own room and who you want to live with. So it's a really cool new feature we have here. If you're ever wondering or have questions about what eRes Life looks like, I always suggest students to go to My Lynn, our housing page. We have screenshots for you up there on how to create a profile, how to fill out an application. We also have important deadlines for you. So all students entering in fall 2020 will find out their housing assignment and their roommates at the end of July. You will get an email that lets you know what building and who you're living with, along with their contact info, so you can start to make those connections with them prior to arriving in August. So now at this time, I'm actually going to turn it back over to the students so they can walk you through why they love living on campus.
Hi everyone, I'm Rory Good, originally from Massachusetts, but I'm here my freshman year here at Lynn University. I absolutely love living here. I'm on the women's soccer team, and I currently live in a triple here in the Lynn Residence Center. I live with two of my teammates, and I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what that experience of living in a triple is like, as well as just some events that happen right here in the residence halls and on campus. So obviously living in a triple, you share this room with two other roommates. The big distinguisher about triples is that you have your own personal bathroom, really nice, your own shower, own sink and toilet. And that's a big seller for a lot of people, obviously. The catch, of course, is that you have to be responsible for keeping it clean and tidy. And yes, they do monthly room checks to make sure that you're doing that. The trade-off with a double would be having a communal bathroom, but it gets cleaned for you. So something to think about when you're considering what you'd like to do with your rooming. The rooms also have their own central AC unit, which is really nice. You can control the temperature of the room. So now just to talk about some of the events here on campus. So Lynn is huge on involvement, which is great for me. I love that. I love always having something to do. Just an example here, when you're coming in August as a new student, we have something called the First 40. So the first 40 days on campus, basically you are put onto a team of either blue or gray nights. And the first 40 days, every single day, there's a new event that you can attend. And when you attend, you scan your student ID. As Meagan said, that's kind of your life here at Lynn. Everything is connected back to your ID. So they keep track of how many gray nights and blue nights are going to the events. And then in the end, the team with the most points who went to the most events wins. So again, encouraging involvement, but honestly, most of us don't need much encouragement because it's really fun and we want to go anyway. So just some events that they'll do here. One of my favorites this year, we had a succulent planting table. So like just right out in front of the residence halls, we had a table set up and we could plant little succulents to keep in our rooms. That was really fun. They'll do yoga right over in the Snyder Sanctuary, which is right next to Lynn Residence Hall and stuff like that. So those are some of my personal favorites. And yeah, I can turn it over to Tyler now to talk to you a little bit more.
All right, hey guys, I'm Tyler Valdez. I'm a junior here at Lynn. I actually just transferred this past semester from Hawaii Pacific University. And one thing about me is I'm a military brat, so my whole life I've been moving around the world, and I know for everyone it's really not easy to go somewhere new for the first time, or step out of your hometown, step out of your state, step out of your house sometimes at times like this. But what really loved about the double this year is that it was my home away from home. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It helped me really connect on campus as well. So what's great about the doubles is that it's only one other person with you in there, which is really nice. Luckily, this year for me, my roommate was my best friend I've known for 6 years, all the way from Bitburg, Germany, now to here in Boca Raton, Florida. So it's a small world. We make really great connections. What else is good is that communal bathrooms. I know some people out there are maybe not the cleanest, maybe not always on top of things. So what's really great about the communal bathrooms is that they clean 3 times a day, and they're always going to be open, always convenient, and you don't have to worry about someone else being in the shower for too long or being in the bathroom too long. So it's always there for you. Awesome. But yeah, that's about it.
Thank you. So really quick, we've been getting a couple questions that have been coming in, and I wanted to direct it to Meagan. One of the questions is actually from Ryan, who's from Chicago, so shout out to all my Chicago people. Ryan wants to know, can you have a dog or a pet on campus?
It's a great question. We get asked that quite frequently. So fish are the only pets that we do allow. However, we do have some students that have registered emotional support animals. So if you are someone who is interested in bringing a pet with you to campus other than a fish, that is through our ADA office. Those applications are due by June 1st if you are looking to bring an animal with you to campus.
Awesome. And then Samantha from New Jersey wants to know, what can you bring to the dorms? What can you have in here?
Sure, absolutely, great question. So again, we want this to be your home away from home. So we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to bring decorations and pictures. You're allowed to bring a fridge, a microwave, things like that, a coffee maker. Those are okay. We just ask that you keep at home cooking appliances. So anything with an open flame is really a no-go with us. No candles, things like that. But again, you are welcome to bring a fridge and a microwave. Again, every roommate can have their own fridge. If you do not want to share, that's okay. But we do find a lot of students will share their items. Also a TV that can be brought in. Again, we have free cable. You will also have internet-based TV on your iPad that has a built-in DVR recorder and offers some more channels, as well as the free cable.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah.
And as promised, we will be doing 2 giveaways right now. So the first person that we're going to be giving a $50 gift card, and this will be mailed to you, is going to be Mike C. from Guilford, Connecticut. So congratulations. And the second person that we have winning a $50 gift card to do what you want, you can decorate your dorm when you come in, is going to be Alyssa W. from Red Bank, New Jersey. So congratulations to that. So from here, we're actually going to go bring it over to Omar, who's now in our University Center. So take it away, Omar.
Can you now? Welcome to the first floor of the Christine E. Lynn University Center, located here in the heart of campus. This $30 million project came together through the generous gifts of Mrs. Christine E. Lynn and over 100 donors. This building around me is massive. It is 65,000 square feet. For those of you that cannot imagine the magnitude, this is as big as the White House. It's bigger than a football field, and it's 5 times bigger than Fort Knox. If you're like me, and you've always dreamt about traveling the world, whether that was backpacking through Europe, climbing to see Machu Picchu, or even exploring the Far East, you can head on over to the second floor where you're gonna find our Center for Learning Abroad. There, you have the opportunity to apply to study abroad in over 20 countries spanning 6 continents. Also, you'll be able to find our student involvement, student affairs, more collaborative learning spaces, career and alumni connections, and my personal favorite, our upscale dining, Christine's. If you head on over to the third floor, you'll see the Watson Institute and the Social Impact Lab. The Watson Institute, in collaboration with Lynn University, allows our students to major in social entrepreneurship. The Social Impact Lab is a flexible workspace for our problem solvers. Together, we're looking for you, the future leaders and innovators of this generation. We're going to be able to provide you the resources such as the skills, the experiences, and the global network to help you tackle the social challenges of our time. As you can see, this building truly fulfills the wishes, the wants, the dreams, and the hopes of our current students and our incoming students alike. From the cool chairs around me to the comfy couch to the soundproof conference rooms, this is truly the central place for students, faculty, and staff to come together to work and play. Once you come on campus, you will have the opportunity to attend academic sessions, social events, and taste some delicious food. And speaking of delicious food, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Javier at Mary's Kitchen.
Hello, this is Javier, and I'm one of the admission counselors here at Lynn University, and I'm here with one of our students, Juliana.
Hello, my name is Juliana. I'm from Brazil, and we're at our dining commons located in the University Center. This is Mary's Kitchen. It is 24/7, and we have 7 different stations, including a salad bar, a station where the chef cooks in front of you and prepare your dish. We also have a vegan and gluten-free station, including vegetarian, many different vegetables and quinoa, rice. We have pasta, pizza, sandwiches. You can never miss the dessert station and our famous ice cream. Also here, you can enjoy 24 hours a day our soft drinks, coffee, and tea. In here, we held many different events, and my favorite one is the Celebration of the Nations, where we can taste many different things from all over the world, and it represents all the international students at Lynn. Also, it is very common to see all the faculty members, including our President Ross, having lunch here with us. So this is where the place everyone comes together.
Thanks a lot, Juliana. And this is really an amazing place, okay? This dining common has been selected as the second best university dining in the state of Florida and one of the top in the nations. On-campus students that live on campus, there's no limitations on the times that you can come and eat to the caf. You heard well, it's an unlimited plan, 24/7. For off-campus students, there is also a great advantage for you to take with meal plans. You can get a package of 25, 50, or maybe even 75 meals where you only pay $7 a meal. This is a great advantage for you to be able to enjoy this amazing facility. I want to speak to you also about a very beautiful and special place in this university center. This is Christine's. Christine's is a daytime coffee house that turns into a restaurant throughout the day, and then it becomes a pub. Yes, you heard well. So you can even go and grab a beer, get a wine, get a salad, snacks, and great desserts all the time. There is an amazing view from the second floor of the university center. It's a full view of the athletic facilities, the academic side, and even the dorms. Some outside sitting there that you can just relax and enjoy and have a great time. I want to speak to you actually about an additional place, coffee shop that we have here on campus. It's called Purper. Purper is located in the library. You know how much time you're going to spend studying here at Lynn, so we want you to be able to refill your coffee, get a tea, and get some snacks to be able to get it going, okay? Amazing dining options here at Lynn University. So now I'm going to send it over to Ryan and Devin in academic preparation.
Hello and welcome. So we're so happy to have everybody. We're standing here on the second floor of the Christine E. Lynn University Center, and we are just going through some of the career options and alumni connections that we do. So in this office, you're going to come in and work with some of our career professionals who really help you with finding a resume or building a resume, cover letter writing, building your networking skills, and then connecting to some of our 15,000 plus alumni located in 110 countries around the world. Some of the things that we really want to work on while you're here are getting connected with our local community. We hold several different job, internship, and career fairs on campus, where we're going to bring in outside companies to connect you to not only the companies locally, but in your field, and get you that hands-on experience that you really need for when you leave. Our office is really big on developing your success after you leave Lynn University. And we don't want to just prepare you for the careers that exist now, but the careers that are going to exist 5 and 10 years from now. So as future leaders of tomorrow, we want to help you build that. And when we actually have a program that we do during our January term, you'll see it referred to as our J term, where we allow our students to go around to local communities, local businesses, and get some of that entrepreneurial hands-on experience, learning how they're functioning on a day-to-day basis. Here with me, we have Devin, one of our current students, and he's going to tell you a little bit about his experience and some of the other opportunities that we have here at Lynn.
Hi everyone, my name is Devin. I'm a current senior here at the university studying aviation operations. So I come into this office a lot. They help me with my LinkedIn account, my resume, and you get to work one-on-one with a career coach. My career coach was Stacy Griffin. Big shout out to Stacy. She has been so helpful for getting me on the right path to what I really want to do for my career. And as you can see behind me, our hired wall, you can see so many different places where our students have been hired to my aviation majors. We have JetBlue up here. I've had some of my friends go to Delta and United. They go so many different places. The possibilities are endless. And as well, you get to work with everyone one-on-one. They give you so many, they teach you so many skills, you get so many resources, and it's just a great time. And from all of that, I got to land an internship with a private jet company here in Boca, where I'm actually learning how to pursue what I love in aviation. So now we actually have another giveaway. Thank you, Karen. And the person is Lauren B. from La Jolla, California. Congratulations. And what you'll be winning, you will be getting a folio. This folio, you can write notes, you can keep business cards, your iPad, and also you can bring this to your interviews when you meet with your future employers. Now, you can also get a stylist and a Bluetooth speaker. Now, we're gonna give it over to Freddie in the admissions office.
All right, thank you so much, Devin. Thank you, Ryan. First and foremost, want to give a shout out to all my kids from Broward, Georgia, North, South Carolina, and all the family members watching back home from Argentina. We're excited to welcome you from your home into our home today for our first ever virtual student experience. In lieu of these events that are going on right now currently in society, few things are changing. One thing that's not going to change is our commitment and our dedication to student success. We will continue to foster a culture of future change agents. We will continue to engage, elevate, and expand the student experience for when you arrive here in August. Ironically enough, I'm actually welcoming you from the Schmidt building. This is the exact building where we reviewed your application and you were accepted here to Lynn University for the class of 2020, excuse me. We're excited to see you in a few weeks. Now's your chance to take note on a few things. First and foremost, join our Lynn University class of 2024 Facebook group. Second of all, go to go.lynn.edu and check out the website for daily activities. A few of the special events going on are two of my favorite ones, which it would be, what would you be doing right now if you were at Lynn, and which professor are you most likely similar to? On the first aspect, maybe you're more of a homebody, and right now at Lynn next week, you would be doing a mock crime scene with Erica Doctor from Forensics Investigations. Or maybe you're a little bit more of that risk taker and you want to go outside. Maybe right now you're with Ted Curtis heading to the NCAA Final Four to study business analytics through ESPN. Or maybe you're just like me and you have ants in your pants and you can figure out if you want to stay on or off campus, and you're with Robert Watson and he's bringing in Holocaust survivor members to his political science course, and then he's taking you over to the Boca Executive Airport to see World War II bombers. And then maybe in a few days from now, you take the quiz on what professor am I most likely similar to. Maybe you're that creative, outside the box thinker like Gary Carlin, former vice president of marketing for Hasbro. Maybe you're like the brilliant analytical mind of Dr. Joseph Hall, retired FBI agent. Or maybe you're the defender of the peace like Cindy Kirker, former juvenile prosecutor from California. We stay committed to your success. We will be reaching out shortly about future events, virtual tours, virtual sessions, definitely go to our Facebook group, check out our go.lynn.edu page. And I know there's a ton of questions coming in, and Stefano cannot wait to answer your questions. So I'm going to send it off to Stefano right now.
All right, everyone, we're back to where we started with me, I guess. Again, we have Tyler and Rory here, and we've received a number of questions. I'm going to be able to answer every single one of them, but we have a couple that we think are very, very important for you to know. So I am going to ask Tyler and Rory to help me answer those questions, and here are some of the questions that we received. Okay, number one, are the books all online? Are they more or less expensive? So I'm going to go to Rory so she can answer that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Stefano. Hi, guys. Here I am. I'm Rory. So the books are not all online. However, for our dialogues, they are available online as iBooks, as in fact, the textbooks will be written by the very professors that are teaching those courses. So what will generally happen is your very first week of classes, syllabus week, you'll go into your class's syllabus. There will be a link to the iBook. You click it, and it'll download right to your iPad, simple as that. Now, for the classes that don't have online textbooks available, 9 times out of 10, we're actually going to have those books available in the library for you to check out and use. And we have a scanner, so you can actually scan the pages and chapters that you need, send them to yourself in your email as a PDF, and then they're on your iPad anyway. So those would be obviously less expensive, the iBooks. You wouldn't be paying for those dialogue iBooks, as opposed to other schools when you have to actually buy the physical textbook, you may spend a couple hundred a semester.
So that's great. So there are a lot of savings depending on the major that you're going to be into. There's going to be savings of anywhere between 75 to 95% of the cost of books that you will have to pay anywhere else in the country. So we're very, very excited. But one of the most important things that we know about the way that you learn, so you are Generation Z, right? I'm sure you know this. I'm sure you've heard over and over again about your generation. But the most important thing is that you learn best in an environment that is digital, collaborative, and interactive. And this is what the books are, right? They're full of pictures that come to life, the videos, that multiple choice tests that are built into the book. So they allow you to learn better. And we're testing this, and we know that our students are learning best because we are delivering the environment that they learn best in. So let's go to the other question. Tyler, I'm going to ask you to answer the question. Maybe Rory, you can jump in as well. So what is there to do on campus when I'm not in class? Big question, right? I was a student at Lynn, but Lynn has changed so much, so I'm not gonna answer that question. I'm gonna let Tyler and Rory answer those questions. Tyler, do you want to go first?
Sure. So there is a lot to do on campus. Unlike my other campus, everything is made easier for you at Lynn, which is really nice. One of my favorite things to do is to go to the sporting events, because one, who doesn't love sports, especially all our men's, our soccer games, our basketball games and stuff like that. It's really enjoyable. And who also doesn't love free stuff? They're always doing free giveaways. There's always free t-shirts, there's free foods. I'm telling you, like the freshman 15 is real sometimes. But what's also as good is that we also do have a lot of speakers and special guests that do come to our school, which is really cool. So last year we had Stephen A. Smith come here. I'm sure you've seen him on ESPN and NBA Experience and all that stuff. And this year, I know a lot of people probably have seen The Office. You guys can probably quote The Office and probably watch the seasons all the time. We had Stanley, Leslie David Baker come to us actually just last week, and that was really cool. He told us all about what it was like working on The Office, how he got there, and he just brought a lot of personal experience to Lynn, which I really loved.
And I know Rory is also a student athlete here at Lynn, so she can maybe touch upon how what it's like to be a student athlete and what she can do as a student athlete, outside of class.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am on the women's soccer team. It is my freshman year, so that was definitely something that I spent a lot of time, figuring out just how I can balance, studies and sports, as well as the other amazing things that Tyler was talking about to do right here on campus. Definitely being a student athlete is a big commitment, but it also opens up a lot of opportunities to work within the department, as well as, giving you some kind of structure, catering to classes, doing your schoolwork, and then making to practice on time. Also, we are in a great area here in Boca and the Delray Beach, Boca Raton area. So Tyler did talk a lot about stuff right here on campus, but As well as that, we have the beach. I think a 10-minute drive away, when there's traffic, it's 10 minutes, maybe even less without it. The beach is amazing. We have some amazing coffee shops, stores that are great to people watch right down on Atlantic Ave in Delray Beach. That's something I love to do. You can rent bikes from Campus Safety for free, actually. So we talked earlier over in housing about how you're allowed to have a car on campus, but you really don't even need one because some of the best things are a biking distance away. So that's great.
Wow, thank you so much, Rory. And yeah, it's a wonderful campus. It's really it's a true park. It's like just a beautiful, beautiful and very safe environment here on campus, but with so much to do. And remember, at the beginning, we said that this is one of the most diverse campuses in the country. So we have, you can meet students from literally all over the world, and this is, it's a small United Nations. So, you know, you'll have friends from literally all kinds of places. I remember when I was a student, I had friends, I could have gone on vacation wherever I wanted and have a friend from the university be there in every single country in the world. And, you know, and I'm not lying, it's really true. The other, we have another question. This is a third question. How can I stay connected to Lynn if I can't visit campus right now? So I'm going to answer those questions if you guys want to jump in. We the counselors, your admission counselors are going to stay in touch with you. We're going to reach out to you on a regular basis, and we're also going to have students reach out to you on a regular basis so you can establish those connections. We at Lynn know that establishing a relationship is the most important thing for you. So we're going to make sure that we are connected with you as much as we possibly can. You can also go and find out, if you don't know who your counselor is by now, you probably should know, but if you don't know, you can go on our website and the admissions website, and you can look at the counselor that is actually that works with students from your area, wherever you're from, so you can connect with them as well. There's also one of the places that I love to go at Lynn. Even though I graduated from Lynn 20 years ago, I still love to go there and imagine myself being a student again. It's going to our YouTube page. So if you go to youtube.com/LynnUni, you can see a ton of video that we have in there, and you can have a better feeling of what it's like to be a Lynn student. So rest assured that we are going to stay connected with you. We're currently, actually from Monday, we're all going to be working remotely from our homes. But the ability that the technology that Lynn gives us the opportunity to stay in touch with you in every single possible way that we can. So this is the first effort that we've done. It actually, I am so excited that we were able to pull this off. We just worked this program in about 3 or 4 days, and we're able to do this live, multi-action, multi-camera program just for you. So I hope you've enjoyed it. But as I said before, we will be in touch with you. If you want to ask a question, go to write to admission@lynn.edu. Admission, no S at the end. Admission@lynn.edu, and we'll make sure we'll get back to you as soon as possible, okay? Even if we're working remotely. Last question for the day before we close this program is, will this be recorded and available to watch later? The answer is yes. Zoom, the platform that we're using, allows us to record the entire program that we've had. So we'll send it. We'll send a link to you, and if you want to send it to your mom, dad, grandfather, grandmother. I don't know if your dog loves to watch a Zoom platform type of events, but if you like, you can send it to anybody that you like, right? Or you can watch it again if you want to have some more of the questions answered that you might have missed while you were listening. We're so happy and so excited that we were able to have this program. We had over 430 people that joined the program throughout the hour that we're here with you. So I hope this was a good program and a good opportunity for you to really get to know your university and learn about your family. As I said before, family is the one word that makes Lynn different from all other places out there. So we hope that you're going to become part of our family. I wanted to once again thank Tyler and thank Rory. And before we close, we have, see all this, the iPads are not included, but everything that is in the middle table is actually a giveaway. And we have a lucky winner, and Rory's going to be reading the winner
All right, so the winner of our giveaway right here is Emily Yu from Geneva, Illinois.
Emily, Emily, you are winning. You are the winner of this incredible. Look how fun the socks are. They're like, this is our fighting night. We're the fighting night. We're blue and white, as you know. Beautiful hat, and I think it's a hoodie and a beautiful water bottle. So this concludes our program here at Lynn University. And as I said before, we're coming live to you from Lynn University. And thank you so much for being here. And we cannot wait to see you here in August and reach out to us if you have any questions. Thank you so much and have a great day and stay safe.